Greetings, beautiful beings. We are in the month of November 2019. So if you are watching my monthly videos, you know that I get really excited about November because we are going to enter Pleiadian alignment. Before I share more about that, let's go with the numerology. So November is the 11th month in our whole year. 11 is meaning new beginning. Same as the 1, 11, 111. Whenever you see the number with ones in it, that's signalized for the new beginning. But we do have this 2 more months, November and December, right? 2 more months until the end of the year. And October was number 10 month, which was a new beginning as well. And they go, okay, 11 is the new beginning again. What is it that I have to start now? Well, it means the new beginning based on your choices. So you were thinking of something the last month. What is it that you can still do until the end of the year? How the things will affect you and so much on. What kind of the changes you can make. And then you come to the month of November when it's a high time to start really manifesting or putting into the work what you are thinking about. So when we take a number 11 and we add it together, 1 and 1 goes to number 2. And then you end up with the energy of choices. Of course, choice is just energy, something up there that you should choose from, right? You can make a very good choices and you can make poor choices. And then based on your choices, your actions or what you're gonna gain from whatever it is that you wanna do will be affected by it. So let's focus a little bit about your choices. Now, usually when we are presented with something that we have to choose or make a decision, we try to pull it in our head and kind of think like, okay, this is logical, make this sense. If I go this way, this is what's going to happen. If I go that way, this is what's going to happen. Now, think about it from a different point of view. Think about your choices as let your emotions guide you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. When there is something that you have to make a decision about, whenever it is what you're going to make for dinner, what is it going to be that next jobs you're going to do, or what you're going to wear tomorrow, you can totally learn to be in sync with your body, in sync with your soul, in sync with your ego, and pull all that energy together and learn to decipher emotional language, because they all talk to you every single time, because you go through the range of the emotions on a single day. So when there's something and you need to decide, bring that energy from your mind in your heart and then bring it all the way down in your stomach. Now, your soul communicates to you through your spleen, through the emotional language, and your ego communicates with you through your liver with the emotional language. So you can put your hands simply, below your breasts, over your stomach, kind of like each covering one side, connecting with that stomach, and ask about what it is that you need to help with, to decide, and they pay attention to your feelings. Do I feel afraid? Do I feel do I feel challenged? Do I feel all kind of the old feelings, guilty and bad and this and that? That means that something happened in your past, and based on the past, you are not trying to make a same mistake, which also means that this energy that you actually have will try to protect you, that you will not do this mistake. So let's say if you fail in the business in the past, you may have such a great fear to start again, to have different business or the same business with a different energy. So you may be afraid. So that way you need to clear it a little bit. You says, okay, I am afraid to start this, for example, new business because I have failed in the past. Well, how can I do it differently in this lifetime? Now, I have finally finished the book, Pleiadian Code, Cosmic Love, Pleiadian Code 2, Cosmic Love, which you can guys find on the Amazon. And there I'm sharing this principle, this very simple principle of how you can build a positive abundance, let's say for this business. So if I'm really afraid, I'm going to clear it. And I says, okay, if I start this new business based on the very good knowledge, I have to do my research. I have to read about it, educate myself about it, find everything I need to make this business successful. Then when I start applying it, and of course with all my intuition and energy and being in a service to humanity, to do what you do here, doesn't matter what kind of the business it will be, there comes the wisdom out of it. The wisdom is that refined part of the knowledge, something that you tried gazillion times, or at least few times, and when you realize, okay, this is working, this is not working, I will not repeat something that is not working. So I don't know, if I try to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do writing and it's just I'm falling to sleep, but it's not working for me, then it's just not for me. Then I may switch that into evenings or the afternoon, for example. You find, that refined wisdom that works for you, and you apply it to your work. And then when you start using it, a lot of guidance, if you allow your soul guide you, your highest self who is a God, who is one with God, if you allow that God or highest self or the soul, whichever way you want to call it, to guide you on this journey, then suddenly you connect this new idea and inspiration. You meet the right people on your path who's going to help you to make this business successful. Now, what comes out of that is the positive abundance. Ta-da! Your business is working. Now, back in the choices and decisions, if you start feeling worries, which would be your soul kind of the energy. Soul literally worries that you don't stuck yourself any much more and further in this world than you already are. Your soul wants to heal. It wants to heal itself. It wants to heal the ego. It wants you to be as a whole big being of the light, to be healed, so it can go back home. It doesn't have to come back to these lives anymore. It can go and continue on this journey somewhere else. So soul does worry. And if you worry, you really, kind of take a step back and it says, well, why are you worrying? What went wrong in past? And then again, you want to look into the past. Let's say, if I had a business that I'm going to call today a feng shui business, to align, adjust your furniture so your energy flows in your office and you feel more abundant and prosperous and happy and joyful and loved, for example, just something that I have used in my past life, I have been killed for. The soul says, oh my God, this is happening again. You may totally get killed in this lifetime. Remember that the soul and the ego doesn't know that you live in the 21st century. I know it sounds really weird, but it doesn't have the sense of the time and your surroundings, what is widely acceptable and what is not in this lifetime. Something that you got killed in the 16th century is absolutely normal, if not welcome, in the 21st century. So you need to resonate with this energy, and you really need to start feeling the emotions, because they want to talk to you. They just don't know the English language or Czech language or the German language that would speak to you to your ears. In a way, it would probably freak you out. The second of it, you will become lazy. You will rely on this energy of, okay, I'm told everything and it's kind of really cool. I don't have to connect with my emotions and the feelings and figure out what is out there, what was my past life. I get it served on a golden plate. Doesn't work that way, does it? I know I wish it does, but it doesn't. So learn the language of the emotions. It is rather simple. When you realize, okay, I'm feeling bad and I'm feeling happy, you start recognizing the very simple pool in between. Then you start asking, is it me who feels bad? Or is it something that I'm picking up on? Is it from this lifetime? Is it from past lifetime? You can simply ask yes and no questions. Use your body as a human pendulum. Nobody can affect that energy, only you. And start communicating with that body. Don't be afraid of the bad feelings. That brings me the energy of the November. Now we are in the Mercury retrograde until 20th November. Again, I am not an astrologist and I really receive this information from the others on the dates. I do feel the energy though. Mercury retrograde can totally put you on this messy kind of the way. And now, which we more and more, everybody of us is more interested in what kind of the energy are we now? Is it retrograde? Then you go like, oh God, it's retrograde. I'm going to be messed up until 20, and everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And everything, whatever bad happened in your life, you're going to blame for the Mercury retrograde and says, oh my God, I just have to not hyperventilate every single day and wait until that 20th, until life going to come back and normal. What I want you to know is that you are co-creating in this Mercury retrograde drama. Mercury retrograde is exciting kind of the energy once you come to that other side and you says, okay, it may mirror some negative energy, behavior, something, that is within me that I am not seeing currently. Maybe there are some fears that are still hiding and I am not addressing. So if they come out, I'm not going to blame it. Oh God, Mercury retrograde, let's just wait until, the few days later until it goes away. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to meditate, connect with my present self. To be in a present time is a key. In my Pleiadian Code 2 book, I'm sharing this exercise to connect with your nervous system, which is very simple. You put your one hand on the bladder, another hand on your mind's eye, and you just breathe. Focus on the breath for about 5 to 10 minutes until you really feel that energy clicks. You feel like you take a deep breath, and you want to just focus on the sound that your breath makes. If that's not really holding your attention, then go with the own sound. Focus on the one simple thing and try to really stay present in the room. Don't wander on the traveling on the astral plane or somewhere else where it's more exciting than in the present time of the room. Allow yourself to feel yourself, to connect with yourself. The way out from this life, from the earth, from go back home is through you, through finding the love, to understanding yourself, through accepting the others. It is not outwardly work, it's an inwardly work, if that's even English word. And so don't be afraid to feel your emotions and learn to decode the emotional language. Emotional language is a part of the original language of the language of light. If you think of it, when it came first, like it was out there was the energy of the colors, of the emotions, and the numbers and geometric shape. All this energy is unchanged, true to itself energy that nobody could confuse, like the language got confused according to the story when the Babylonian tower has been broken down and our languages have been consciously confused, so we cannot communicate easily with one another and cannot become smarter than so-called gods back then, which are the ancient aliens. We all know it, right? So on the November 20th, I will be giving a class, a Zoom class, which will be speaking about language of numbers. So if you guys are interested, please visit my website. You can sign up for 1 p.m. or 7 p.m. course in the Eastern Standard Time. The price is $22. If you're having a financial issues and really would like to attend my course, please email me. We make it work. And I will be speaking about the language of numbers, right? The numerology. It will be very simple, from the 1 to the 9, and what this number really mean in this energy kind of the world. And if you sing these numbers through the day, or you're driving and there's this car play that really speaking up to you, what does it mean when you see 2, 6, 8 and 9 and 2? And how do you start with a simple numbers, and it's like you are learning the ABC, and how you put two numbers together and you have a syllable, and how you put the syllables into a word. It's rather cool. Universe wants to communicate with you, your guides, your energy, your soul family. Everybody's waiting there. They want to communicate with you, but they do refuse to communicate with you through your ears. There are very few rare individuals living on the earth who truly hear the energy through the ears. And again, there is, their personal purpose for it, so they can share the messages with the others and so much on. But for the majority of us, there is a way of learning. They says, okay, here it is. It's like I'm dangling the carrot in the front of your nose. Would you walk that you can eat that carrot? Would you please learn that you understand what you are receiving? Once you start understanding this emotional language, the language of the numbers, the language of the sacred geometry, which is the plane base down geometry, then you can look, for example, at the crop circles, which are repeating several times through the year. The different crop circle comes out, and they have a messages. They are not written in the English language or Polish language or the German language, so you can easily, decode it. There has been one which was written in the binocular language, which was really cool. Yet, the words, we take the words and they go in and out, and we're like, oh, that's so cute, right? It was interesting. Why we would not be aware? Why would we be even aware of the false gods? What does it even mean? It has a lot of meaning. There are false gods. There are false spiritual people. There's a lot of false energy that gives you the things to kind of hold you on this journey. But realize if you are not growing, somebody's holding you up there. The true gods, the true energy. And again, the gods is not the one mighty God up there. There's a oneness that we would call the God. But the gods that I'm mentioning in are the ancient extraterrestrial, ancient aliens, are ancient ancestors, your ancient mommy and daddy up there sending you out messages. And they want you to learn this language. So suddenly you will see it with a different set of eyes, and you will perceive it through your energy. And the message will be totally different than you thought that could be. And what the most powerful thing, that you can decipher the message. You don't have to wait until somebody amazing will come and give out your own her or his own opinion about what they think that this crop circle may mean. It may mean something to you, it may mean something different to me, and may mean something different to somebody else. Yet when we combine our meaning like a pieces of the puzzles together, the whole big picture can come out. Something that I have not seen from my angle, point of view and opinion, you may have seen, and I may go, wow, that really builds up in my own theory. We have to learn to use our ancient skills and start combining together. Stop separating yourself, ourselves, all ourselves, and start embracing ourselves as one community, as children of the law of one, or the children of light. That is exciting, isn't it? Now, another important energy in the November is the Pleiadian alignment, which goes from the November 15th to November 23rd, if I have my numbers right. And what happened is that in the alignment of the planet, Pleiades is aligned with the Earth, and Earth is aligned with the Sun. So it's a Pleiades, Earth, and the Sun. This is happening every single year in the November and in May. The May alignment is Pleiades, Sun, and the Earth. Now, a November alignment is like a harvest of the energy. You want to look through the year, what you wanted to learn, what did you learn? Did you learn it? It is the time to find your self-love, self-worthiness. It is really that final push into a transformation and really gather it. It's like you're going through the final graduation, you're going through the final test, you are going through the final, bits and pieces of the study that you need to get. So you get that diploma and the certificate saying, I got it. I can move in this energy, that in this time the Pleiadians influence. Pleiadians are soul healers, so there's going to be a lot of emotional trauma. If you think of it, what a coincidence, right? And there's no such a thing as a coincidence that Mercury retrograde goes right before the Pleiadian alignment. Actually, it goes through it. If it ends on the 20th, then we're going to have about 5 days of Mercury retrograde with the Pleiadian alignment. What is it going to do? Everybody goes, Pleiadian alignment, ooh, beautiful energy. It probably is going to be bring it up and illuminate your shadow within you. So bring up the dirt, bring up the secret the things that you don't want anybody to know. It doesn't mean that you have to go and stand on the street and scream up your secrets. What it means is to be honest with yourself, sit out there, open those dark chambers. I mean, nothing's gonna kill you what you're gonna feel. It may make you feel bad, uncomfortable, may give you anxiety, may scare you, it may give you even the panic attack. But all that is survivable. It is just an energy. I want you to look in your past life and really notice people who harm you or whatever happened to you, whichever way you die, how horrible and horrific it has been. It was the people who have done it to you, or maybe the aliens who have been in the physical body, which has a three-dimensional body like a people do. It was no energy. It was not, let's say that somebody would cast the evil energy over somebody. That evil energy would have to manifest in some kind of the physical body, and the physical body would have to carry that energy through to go and harm you. So in the end, it would be the people who were manipulated by someone or something, and that what killed you. That's how you died. So learn to see this different and says, okay, now I'm gonna in that energy world. I can totally survive it. I can bring my pieces back. I can feel the self-love. I can find the self-love. I can define what is the self-love. I can connect to the unconditional love that has no wants and needs. And I can feel worthy of my energy, of the body and the vessel that I live in, of my family, my work, my backyard. It doesn't matter in what kind of the situation you are. You can surrender and you can really feel the deep gratitude for everything that you have in your life. And I truly, truly wish that for you. And then from the 15th, after 20th, so from 21st, let's say, to the 23rd, or 20th to the 23rd, you're going to have a 2-3 days like, wow, really good energy, really feeling the love, embrace from your family. Enjoy it. Sit down in the morning when the sun rises up. Enjoy that energy between the moving from the shadow into the light. Really take it metaphorically that you are walking out of your shadows in your light. In the evening, after the whole day, when the sun's coming down and we have a sunset, see it, how even in those last bit pieces before it going down, how it really holds its brightness to its fullness. Think about all the wisdom that you have gathered through this day and how comforting it is to walk in the darkness of the night. And you are not afraid of the darkness. Darkness can be your friend, a very good friend. If you need to hide in the physical world, you hide better in the darkness than in the daylight. And so that is my message for the November, and I hope you're going to have a spectacular month, and you're going to enjoy it. And we go into the holidays and the Christmas season, and it's a very exciting time of the year. It's a time to reconnect with your family. Again, doesn't matter what have happened. Try to at least make a peace, surrender, try to love within your heart. If your family is not receptive to who you are, or the relationship doesn't work, you can still love them unconditionally. You can still send them love and hold them in the beautiful energy within you. And if you do that, you don't need to receive it back from them. You know you are receiving it from the universe. And that is absolutely spectacular. In the end, I want to give a shout out to Jenny Hooper from the UK, who made this amazing picture several years ago, and then she felt she made it for me. And so it's a raven from the Glastonbury, and it is a picture of Morgana Le Fay, who is known as an enchantress from Arthurian legend and who would shapeshift into raven. I absolutely love it, and it is on my wish list to visit the Glastonbury in the summer, so let's see what's gonna happen. And I feel like that energy is already connecting. When I was in the UK this year, there were so many ravens around the Stonehenge, which was really cool, and I love ravens. So thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys, you can feel that energy from it. And I believe that Morgana Le Fay. She's teaching us about the dark side, about the shadow side, about not to be afraid of it and really look into it. Now, another shout out I want to give out as a great thank you to a group from the New Zealand who published the original form of the Colbrin, which I have ordered, and it came day after I have received the picture of Raven Sorara, the Morgana Le Fay. So this is the Colbrin, is the book of the ancient scriptures and the letters that have been found, that have been saved from the fire in the Glastonbury several hundred years ago. And it has been passed secretly from the generation to generations until a sea merchant brought it in the World War II to New Zealand and entrusted a group of the people with this kind of the information, who published it, I believe, in the 1995. I'm not done with the reading it. It's absolutely amazing, amazing book. I really dived into it after I finished my book, and I found quite a similarity, which is very interesting because we have a memories that when we read something and we says, okay, if I knew this and there is a whole book about it, that means that our soul memory is true and real. We cannot remember or make up things that we do not know, we have not experienced. So enjoy this month. Thank you everyone for who you are, and I love you. If you wanna sign up for my course, for my workshop on the 20th, I'm gonna leave the link below, and I also leave a link below for my new book on the Amazon. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. Love and light.